Welcome to the show.
This guy got a mistletoe belt on.
Gosh, that is bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days.
It's a joke, you idiot.
Looked in the mirror, I'm like,
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Troublemakers, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and they tell crazy stories about their lives. I'm your host, Dylan Krasinski, coming to you from a rainy day in Astoria, Queens. And with me now, as always, going forward, if you saw last week's pod, you know Ray has taken a step back from the pod, so we're bringing on a new co-host. The pod is continuing. So with me now, going forward, Dominic Leonelli, everybody.
what's up, you guys? I gotta match that energy. Here we go. First time on the intro. Love it, y'all. Welcome to Troublemakers, man. We're gonna bring you some great stories, some fantastic podcasts. Make sure you guys rate, review, and subscribe, and share this with your friends. It's like, come on, man. Like, you don't gotta talk to your buddy. Send them a clip, something crazy. That's what we're here for. So share it. Help us blow this up, right?
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. And interact with us, dude. If you like something you're seeing on the pod, on a clip, dude, leave a comment. You know, leave a little comment, and I'll tell you. You know, Ray's not here anymore, but I'm gonna carry this through. If I go on there, and I know Ray's watching still. If I go on there and I see some negative comments about me and my weight or Dom and his hair that he's losing, he's not really. You got a thick head of hair, dude.
I'm gonna go get a turkey and get the thing.
Yeah. What does that mean? A turkey?
The surgery.
Oh, are you going to go to Turkey?
Yeah, that's why you guys got to help us make some money on this.
Dude,
thing.
you got a nice head of hair, dude. I don't know why I said that. But if I see a negative comment about that, about, hey, Dylan's getting fat, it's like, I know. I'm gonna track you down. I'm going to find out where you live. I'm going to track that IP address, okay? I'm going to take out a credit card in your name. And I am going to go to all of the adult shops in New York City, and I'm going to rack that thing up, okay? And you guess what? If you're married, if you got a girlfriend, that's going right to her. She's going to say, why are you buying all these dildos? What are you doing behind my back? And then your life's going to be in shambles. You're going to be wrapped up in court fees for your divorce. You're going to be, you know, not seeing your kids once a week, dude. Come on, you don't want that. So leave a nice comment.
And I'll make a deal, actually. The meaner comments you make about us, I'm going to share it on my stories. Yeah. So let's see what happens.
Okay, dude. Yeah, encouraging the mean
You can
comments.
get famous. A few 100,000 fans might see your shit.
Dude,
you know?
Dom's going to share your mean comments on his Instagram. So, dude, you know what? That's a dare. I dare you to do it. I dare you to do it. Anywho, we got a great episode coming up. We just recorded it. Returning guest, real fun guy to have on the pod. Good friend of both of ours. Everybody, let's get into it. Michael Good.
Dude, I used to be really like, I used to work this reception job. I used to get like no sleep because like at 8:30, I'd have to be at this reception job at 8:30, and I would take an Adderall, do a Celsius, start throwing Zins in all day, do like a second Adderall. So I was just constantly, because I would just fall asleep.
I don't think it's the Zins. It might be the Adderall. Yeah. About 4 dosages of Adderall. You know that narcotic out there? Yeah. What did you do when you were doing all that Addy?
Well, I was just like, it was like, because my sleep schedule was crazy. Because this is back when I was like, dude, I would bark for every single show at the Pair.
Oh, you'd be doing comedy doing that much Adderall? Or like, did you have
It would
a
wear
day
off
job?
by then, but I had a day job. So I was this receptionist, Tower 7 of the World Trade Center.
What?
I don't know why I got all monotone that I was like Tower 7.
Damn, you
of the
really
world.
did that?
Yeah. Well, not the old one, the new Tower 7.
Yeah.
But
Dude, you were just 12 years old as a receptionist on 9/11.
Dude, that was scary. I did work there like the 20th anniversary of 9/11 or whatever.
I would have called out.
Dude, I'm like the whole day, and I'm on Adderall. So like the whole day, I'm like planning for a terrorist attack and like how I'm gonna escape it. I'm like, okay, I could tie these wires here and then swing down like Die Hard. Like I'm having all these plans.
Were you on the ground floor or were you up?
Dude, I was up.
Oh, dude. I would have called out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm sick today.
Yeah, it was. There was people that like obviously. Like, I was like one of the only people in the office because everybody's like, "Fuck no, we're not coming on 9/11 20-year
Are
anniversary."
you kidding me? I would be out.
Dude.
You couldn't pay me to be in there on the 20th anniversary. No, man, I'm good. I'll work from home.
Oh yeah, and I was so like stimulated that I was just planning escapes just in case there was a terrorist attack. I was like, I guess I could maybe jump to that building there because I'll speed it out.
You're all on Adderall.
Bruce Willis and Die Hard. That's
Yeah. I was like, I'll do the fucking. What does he do? The fucking. the fire hose.
Yeah. Ties it to himself.
Yeah.
People would have been watching that. It would have been the saddest death. It would look like, oh wait, he's actually gonna do something. Well, that wasn't tied on right, and he's still falling. They're still going. And now they got the cameras. They'd zoom up on your face all night.
Dude, it would be the saddest action movie ever.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just the shortest movie.
Yeah.
Just the first 10 minutes, and you're dead.
Yeah,
And then the death thing would read, yeah, he did a bunch of pills and jumped out of a window.
Yeah. They're not even.
Yeah, there wasn't even a terrorist attack. It was
a
raining.
Muslim guy walked into the building and he jumped out the fucking window.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just here for a meeting.
Yeah. Dude, well, I got fired from that job because of my podcast. That was a really funny one too.
Really?
Yeah. I was like a receptionist and like fucking So as I said, my schedule was crazy because it was like I would bark till like fucking like I'd get done at the pair at like 2, and then I'd go home, sleep from like 3, 4, 5, 6, wake up. I'll get like 4. It was like I was like going crazy.
Oh my God.
But it was so funny because like they called me into their office, and I was like, well, I think this is like the big promotion I'm looking for. And I was very excited. And they're like, so Michael, I was like, I think you mean Mr. Good. I think you mean like the
You're
full.
coming in so confident. Dude.
Yeah. And they're like, we found out you did comedy, and they're like, your podcast content does not align with our company image, so we're gonna have to let you go.
Wow.
But it was dumb because I was a receptionist, because there's no fucking way anybody's gonna like pick up the phone. They're like, wait a second, I know that voice anywhere.
This is Michael Good, the podcaster.
Yeah, this is Michael Good of the Morning Good podcast.
What do you think it was on your podcast that they listened to? Because you talking shit about them, and my boss is a dick.
Yeah. Well, that was I think I know specifically what it was. So I didn't have a lot of clips out at that time, but I had a transracial woman on who's born white, and she's just in permanent blackface.
Oh,
and I'm like,
my.
this is for sure the thing that they. Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, dude, she was nuts. It was so funny too because she like I just found her online because I was like, look, I wonder if I could get like Rachel Dolezal to like call in, and I couldn't. Obviously, so I was like, all right, what's the next best thing? There's gotta be other people out here who like are
Who are
like
mentally ill?
Yeah. And she like so she's like this German woman, and she's like very sweet, and it's so funny because like and her husband also. By the way, look up Martina Big and husband, because her husband also
Is transracial.
Yeah, and he got way less dark than her. Like she's like pitch black.
Wait, how'd they do? They actually did get dark.
They're permanently
God.
black.
I was telling you.
God damn.
Dude, it looks bad.
Dude, honestly, this just looks like a chick from Florida.
Yeah.
Just like it's too tan, you know?
Dude, she has the biggest, I think the 3rd largest hits in the world. She has giant knockers, and like
Really?
yeah, it's so funny because she zoomed in. We didn't get her in person, but then her husband's like just
That's just a white guy.
yeah. He got the surgery too, but he's like not as tan.
Oh, it's surgery?
Yeah, it's like they give you like some sort of like
Melanin?
yeah, I think so. And the funny part is like she's like, yeah, he was like he got same surgery, and for some reason he got less dogs than me. I'm like, he for sure got talked into this by his wife, and then was like, hey, can you?
He's like, give me the Steph Curry.
Yeah. He's like, make me a little less. But it's so funny too because you want to like tell these people they're crazy or whatever, but it's so hard to argue with because she's like, in my heart, I feel like I am a black woman, and you're like. And she's very sweet and nice. She's like, this is who I am. And if anybody has a problem with that, they're wrong and I'm right. And you're like,
Oh my God. Wow. You were just anticipating roasting her, and you're just like, this is the sweetest
the
woman
nicest
I've ever
lady.
met.
Yeah.
Dude, what does she do for work?
Fuck that. What was her hair? What did that look like?
Oh, no. Well, that's the funniest part. She said the craziest shit I heard. She goes, because her hair is like curly, like a black person.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, this is natural. She's like, what happened was when I got the injections, my hair just started naturally curling. So she's trying to say that like she doesn't do anything to her hair, and then it just naturally.
Yeah,
You
I think
see
that's
the-
called a perm.
Right.
Yeah.
You see the burns on the back of her neck from the curling iron. No, I don't know.
Yeah, Dom doesn't curl his hair either.
Yeah, but
She's wearing Jordans. Yeah.
well, the best part.
Smoking Newports in an Altima. She's like, it's in my heart.
I wonder if that skin gets ashy. Did you get a good look at your elbows? Hold on, let me see your elbow and your kneecap.
Yeah. Well, the crazy part too is she went to Africa, and and she changed her name. So Martina Big, I assume she got that when she got her fucking big old tits. You should pull up You gotta see her boobs too; they're crazy.
This is one of the benefits. Like if we had I could pull it up right on the TV there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Martina Big. Anybody who's listening, you could just look her up yourself. Or if you're watching, I might put the pictures in. Martina Big breasts.
Yeah, dude, they're insane. She my favorite is like her original name is Martina Big, but then she transitioned to being black, and now her name is Mailaka Kumbwa. Like she gave herself like an African name.
Dude. Those are bigger than my head.
Yeah, dude, they're insane. And it's funny because,
Oh yeah.
dude, look at her husband now. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Oh, he really.
This is their Christmas card.
Oh, it's set in.
Dude.
Oh my God.
Man.
It's set in. It's like when you go to get, tanning, it doesn't hit you right away. It's like tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Every day you're just getting darker.
Yeah, it's just so funny too to see her. Like, there's pictures of her like in Africa, and they're probably just like,
here we go.
What is going on?
Here's
here?
one.
Yeah. She's
She
carrying a
got a
jug
pot on
of
her
water on her head.
Crazy. This is someone who watched The Jungle Book and she was like,
Yeah.
That's who I am in my heart.
It's so funny. Yeah, it's so funny to go to the motherland when you weren't born. Like,
Right.
she's like, I'm getting in touch with my roots, and it's like you're not.
God, dude.
What type of accent is that?
Yeah, because she still has that thick German accent. But it's so funny too because I wonder if guys in Africa. There's no way they're like, oh, I bet this woman was born white and had a transitional surgery.
No.
They're probably like, oh, this is just like a black person
They're
from
probably
Germany.
like, what is going on right now?
Yeah.
There's something that's confusing.
I mean, let's
They're
be
like, is there
fair.
milk in those tits? Because they're fucking huge. And we got to
Let's be
fill
fair.
this village needs water.
Nobody's looking at her. They're all just distracted by her huge tits.
Yeah, yeah.
They're just like, oh my God, what is going on?
Well, the best part is like you're interviewing her and you're trying to. First off, it's so hard not to laugh immediately.
Wait, did she call in or was she like?
No. We did Zoom. This is like during COVID, and it was me and my black friend and my producer. But it was just so funny too because you're trying so hard not to laugh because this woman just hops on here. You see her face, and then she backs up for a second, and you just see these giant tits that are taking up more of the screen than her face. So her face looks tiny compared to her tits.
Did you talk to her about her tits?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think she said they're like the third largest in the world.
Are they real?
No, dude.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
just,
God.
I identify as having the biggest titties in the world.
The biggest naturals.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm trying to get the guy. So I found the guy with the biggest dick, or one of the biggest dicks in the world. His name is Jonah Falcon. He's like the self-proclaimed biggest dick, but he won't take a hard pick with it apparently. But
He stretched it out, did that nerve damage.
yeah.
He maybe can't get hard. I mean, the amount of blood that it would take. How big is it?
Yeah.
15
It's
inches?
huge, dude.
16 inches?
He like, it's fucking. I've seen it limp because I'm like, what's going on with this guy? And it's ginormous. But he lives in New York, and he said he'd do the podcast. But
Stop.
Yeah. But I gotta pay him like $100, so I gotta which I'm gonna do.
Shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
Dude, fuck that. We'll pay him $100.
Yeah.
Get him on the pod here.
Man,
oh my God.
There was this dude, a porno star in New York. He hangs out with comedians. I think he was with Barry, I can't think of his name right now, his last name. But anyways, he's always hanging out with him. But
a male porn star?
yeah. Well, you're not always, but one time he was. We were at a bar. I'm there with my girlfriend, and the dude's like, yeah, I'm a male porn star. I got one of the biggest dicks in the industry. And I'm there with my girl and a few people's girls, and he's going back to the bathroom and showing girls his dick. He's like,
what the f-
yeah, he's telling them they're like, how big is it? He goes, it's the size of 2 Red Bull cans. And they're like, what? Nuh-uh. So he's going back there. He's in the bathroom for like 15 minutes with everybody's girl.
Jesus Christ,
You
dude.
should see the look on all of our faces. And it's like he's taking 2 and 3 back at a time.
Oh,
And we're
my
just
God.
waiting it out.
Oh,
He's
my
like, hey, at
God.
the end of the day, my job, I get to fuck. So I win no matter what. And then he's like, who's next? And we're like, yeah, my girl went back there. She's like, you're being ridiculous. I just I'm like, what are you talking about?
You're being
Going back there
ridiculous.
to look at the dude's dick. She's like, you can look at anybody's, whatever you want to look at. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Did you go back and look?
No.
I probably would go back.
I would
and
for
look.
sure
No,
look.
I'd be
Dude,
like,
he
I
wasn't
gotta see
about
this,
to let
dude.
the guys back there.
Yeah. Well, dude, I know a chick that she wants to do a threesome with this. I would do a threesome with the guy with his biggest dick, even though I'm putting nothing just for the story. Be like, I did a threesome. I
Man,
fucked
you
this
don't
chick.
want that smoke.
No way, dude.
Dude, for the story,
You're
I'm like,
just going to be standing there. The story's going to be, I stood there and watched a girl get railed. Every now and then she giggled. I jacked off a few times. You know?
Yeah, you got to go first. Otherwise, it's, you know.
There is no, bro, she ain't even doing it. As soon as he pulls that thing out, it's over. Full on sprint to it.
I feel like most chicks are not into that, though.
no, but this chick is. And I'm like, yeah, I got like an average dick, but I'm like, yeah, no, I know the guy with the biggest dick. She's like, and I fuck her, and she's like, yeah, we should try to fuck. And I'm like, dude, for the story, I would fuck a chick with the guy with the biggest dick.
That's crazy.
You're into that shit. You
That's
told me
wild.
about that app, didn't you?
Yeah, dude, this is so funny. Are you single or are you in a relationship now?
I'm single, but I looked at the app. I didn't even download it because I'm like, wait, I got to put my name and face on this thing. Like,
You don't have to. Okay, so we're talking about Field. The Sophie, we're at this bar.
Oh, the kink app?
Yeah,
I've heard of this.
Dude, I've had some crazy. And my thing too is this, like,
You're on it?
for sure. That's the only one I have, dude. Yeah,
Are you kidding?
Yeah, dude. I got out of a relationship and went nuts, dude.
Oh, buddy.
I went so far. Like, I just fucking face forwarded in. But that was funny because we're at this bar. And this chick, I matched with her on like a dating app on Field. And like one day she's like, oh, I want to hang out. And we start texting. She's just kind of drunk. And I'm like, let's not, get charged with anything. And then
Let's wait until you're completely sober.
Yeah.
Actually.
And then the next night, like it was kind of late, and I was like, I don't really want to hang out. Then she shows up at the pair, and then I run into her, and I get her name wrong first. I'm like, is your name Alexis? She goes, no. I was like, wait, no, is your name Melody? Or I should beep that.
Jesus Christ, dude. No, there's a lot of Melanies. It's fine.
Yeah. And then she's like, yeah, and I was like, oh shit, I think we matched on Field or whatever. And one of her things was two dudes, like, and then she's at the bar with another guy. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, and it seemed like she was trying to like fucking loop it in because she was just kind of like, oh, hey, you're here. And then, but the other guy was not about it. But we're in the back here and I'm talking about the app Field. And then Dom, I'm just talking to everybody. Dom goes, what's it called? And then just immediately see him go right out. He just falls out of the conversation and is just making an account.
I'm filling shit out. Height, 5'8".
Yeah. Dude, Dom the other day goes, dude, I think we're like the same height,
I can't
right?
believe I even said that.
I was like, we got to stop the pod and stand up. Okay? Dude, I'm 5'9" and a half, motherfucker.
Now you got me.
Yeah, but that app's fucking nuts, dude. I like, I had some crazy one I thought was a fake one because one time I was like, I was in Boston, and this is like the first week I got out of my breakup. I went crazy. Like, dude, I went to a dominatrix and I had a horrible experience. This one's kind of.
Hold on. We got to bookmark a couple of these stories. So first of all, dominatrix, but I want to go back. So what ended up happening with this chick at the pair?
Oh, she clearly was trying to do. The other guy just was like, I think we should get out of here. He immediately was like,
should leave.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, buddy, how about we share a little bit?
Let's have a drink. I'll buy for everything.
Yeah. Because my thing is this: I'm not like I'll do a lot of things for the story because I'm like that's fun. I'm not particularly like, oh, let's for sure. Like if the girl's like, you want to fuck me or do you want to fuck me and another guy fucks me? I'd rather fuck the chick.
Yeah.
But for the story, I'll fuck a chick with another guy, and then it's also fun because I've done it a couple times, and then you get to fuck a girl, and then you get to hang out with a dude. So it's like,
Michael, can you hit the bottom left button?
I don't like men.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. The whole thing about having a dude in there, I used to throw these wild house parties, and there would always be almost, I guess you could say, some Diddy shit. But we were
I was about to say, where's this go? Where's the baby?
The only difference is we were all in high school. Yeah. I was in high school, too. I dropped out at 17, but I remember, dude, like, there'd be girls, like, trying to get their freak on, and most of the time it's the dude that they like, and then, like, two dudes just standing there in tighty whities. Just for no reason,
Dude, I will say, first episode without Ray, the vibes have changed.
Matter of fact, take the fucking dicks out.
No, dude, so you would do high school parties with this?
Well, I dropped out of high school. I was supposed to be in high school. I dropped out and moved out a few blocks from my school. So everybody'd come over to my house their senior year. I had the party house.
Oh, fuck
my
yeah, that's
senior year too. Bro, people would be like, yo, man, let's trade guns. I shot somebody with this. Like, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. And it's hard to tell somebody no when they're holding a fucking loaded gun. I remember I lied to this dude. He's like, is yours loaded though? I'm like, yeah, it's loaded. He goes, oh, okay, bet. I'm like, all right, man.
You had guns in high school?
Yeah, Ohio, man. Our fucking corn got guns down there.
Well, I was just gonna ask you that because I'm from Florida, and Florida they don't give a fuck with guns. Like my friends would buy, like are the gun laws there? Because Florida was like, what you could do is like, my friends would get fake IDs and then go to the gun fair and buy guns with their fakes.
Yeah, you could just go buy guns at flea markets in Ohio. Nobody's even checking. I know people buy guns at 12 years old. I think my sister bought her first gun when she was like 9, to be honest with you. She owns about 20 of them. She just shoots random stuff, big Ohio's.
Just in the street.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of land. Her friends got land, so they just go in the woods and kill shit.
Yeah. Dude, I know
squirrels, deer.
I know some guy who he works out with a gun on him, which seems wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that dude was molested. That's not a laughing matter, but definitely something happened to him.
Well, the story's really funny because we're going to the gym and he's got his gun on him. I was like, why do you? He goes, I have my gun on me 24/7. I was like, okay. And then he goes, last time I was at the gym, I was in the pool with my wife, and this guy comes out. I see this guy point a gun at somebody, and then in the parking lot. So I call the cops on the guy, and then the cops say, "Oh, it was like a prank." The guy like pulled a gun on his friend. I was like, "That's a weird prank or whatever."
Weird prank.
And then I was like, "Yeah, it's crazy." He's like, "That's why I always keep a gun on me." And then we go to the gym together, the gym where the gun was pulled out. And he goes, the guy at the gym's like, "Oh, you know that guy last week? Yeah, it was just a BB gun he pulled on his friend."
Oh my God.
And then so my friend just looks like a fucking idiot. In my opinion, and I was like, "You still want to carry that gun?" And he goes, "Yeah, well, because it could have been a real gun." I'm like, "Well, now."
Hey, listen, I'm with your friend here, dude. He's just wearing his gun and his tighty whities in the pool. He's just got his underwear and a gun on.
Dude, his bed has a holster, right, like a loaded gun in the.
That's kind of badass. Dude.
It's just kind of sick.
It's kind of sick.
He's ready.
But he'll lose his gun sometimes. It's really funny. It's like his wallet or something like that, where he's like looking through the couch. He's like, "Have you seen my gun?
Where's my gun?"
Here, Chris Brown, one of my favorite.
Dude, he has a great bit about that.
Yeah, he's like, man, if he's from Atlanta or something, he's like, everybody got a gun. He's like, man, you lose your gun. Hold up, man. Wait, shoot that. Let me see what mine sounds. Yeah, or shit like that.
He's fucking hilarious.
Bro.
Great
That's
comic.
funny, man.
Yeah.
So going back to the dominatrix, you ended up.
Oh my God, this is crazy. So I got out of a relationship, and what it was like we were splitting up, and I gave her the apartment. I was like, I'm just moving out. I'm going to couch surf for a couple weeks. So my parents came to visit, and they were like, we're going to visit you for a couple days. I think they thought I was going to fucking kill myself. So they're like, hey, this seems like a good time to come visit and say hello.
This was a long, for anybody who doesn't know, last time you were
7 years.
on, this was a long relationship. Did you guys move to New York together?
Yeah.
7
From Florida.
years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
It's not that bitch I fucked, is it?
What's her name?
That's how people will be. Oh, Rachel? What the fuck?
Dude, when you see the Instagram, you're like, dude, I'll match the girl on a dating app. I'll see her on Instagram. I'm like, oh, God damn it. There's always my scummiest friends are already following her. And I'm like, did you? They're like, what do you think? And you're like, yeah.
It's like, bro,
What
did
do you
I?
think?
Costed me $300 in dinner. That girl really hates you, Mike. The worst is you have friends that do that. As soon as they see you're single, it's like, boom, you see a picture with them. We've always been friends. Motherfucker, you never knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's the window. It's the window. When a hot chick gets single, there is a window. All of a sudden, they're hanging out with a lot of dudes who were just friends, and and all of a sudden, they're dating.
But her and I, we haven't I don't know anybody she's fucked. I've blocked her. We blocked each other on social, in a good way. We're like, let's block each other. But my podcast is me just I got my dick sucked this week, and I'm just I feel so bad for it. But I'm like, that's what this thing is.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, she's doing a lot worse. Dude, trust me. Women got the opportunity.
Oh God, dude. You can't even think about it. You just gotta go. I bet she's gonna be a nun.
Yeah.
Maybe she's joining a convent.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know, but I try not to think about it too much. But I went so crazy the other way. So my parents came to visit, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna stay at a hotel a couple nights, and then we'll pay for an extra night at the hotel just because you're about to be on an air mattress for 3 months. So it was really sweet. They got me a hotel room. Immediately, I'm like, oh, I gotta fucking fuck some chicken here.
Oh my God.
And I didn't have a day job at the time. I'm just getting New York unemployment. New York unemployment paid for a dominatrix for me. But
Oh my God, dude.
I was like, I want to do something fucking just depraved. And
How much are they?
This was $200, but maybe pay more because it was not a good experience.
That's a little light.
Yeah.
Was she attractive?
Not really. So this is what happened. I was like, I want something kind of. It's funny too that I got out of a relationship and I'm immediately paying a woman to be mean to me. I'm just
I had that for 6.5 years.
Yeah.
Did she have needle marks in her arm?
No. So she was like a my girlfriend was my age, and then this dominatrix was like a 60-year-old woman from New Jersey, because I wanted something just so different. And I was like, let me just get like a, and
You're a weirdo.
oh, dude. Not even,
Dude, going to New Jersey for a because it's not even sexual, right?
Yeah.
She's being mean and beating the shit out of you.
Smoking cigarettes.
it gets weird because like I didn't know exactly what was gonna happen. And first off, you like get to the hotel room, and like I told her to dress normal, because like you can't just be walking in. You know what I mean? I don't want her coming into the hotel.
What if my parents knock on the door?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't want her walking into the hotel in like just giant leather platform shoes and like a
God.
crazy outfit. So she just dressed like a normal woman. And then she fucking John bent over her lap. She's like spanking me.
Oh my God.
Dude, yeah. No, I'm one of those guys. I watch JJ Lieberman and I'm like, oh, thank God. Like he makes me feel good. That's like my therapy is watching JJ and be like, all right, I guess I'm not that out of control.
Oh my God, dude.
But the funny part was like, we start role playing and she's like, do you know why you're in trouble? And I was like, why am I in trouble?
Because I'm white.
She goes, she's like, you know why you're in trouble? I was like, no, why am I in trouble? She goes, and she had no idea how to improv at all, dude.
Wow, that's the worst.
Oh, it gets so much worse. And I was like,
I gotta pay for some
and?
improv classes.
dude, she's so bad. And she goes, I heard you were, eventually she's like, I heard you were bad to the last babysitter. I was like, yeah, she caught me jacking off. And she's like, you should never expose yourself to somebody. That's a sex crime. And I was like,
You're like, this is not fun at
yeah,
all.
not at all. And I go, no, actually, she walked in on me and she goes, well, it's not technically illegal, so I don't know. And I'm like, how do you not know how to fucking do this? Then I didn't know she was going to jerk me off and shit. And she goes,
Oh my God.
dude, this is what she does. She goes, now I'm going to molest you. And she grabs my dick. She starts jerking it. She goes, I'm molesting you, Michael. And I go, do not say that. I was like, do not say that. I was like, nobody.
Yo. I was
That's
crazy.
This is your fault because you know she doesn't have practice. She's a 60-year-old dominatrix. Nobody's ordering that. You need like a 25-year-old Asian woman.
Oh, yeah.
She's good. She's stepping on your nuts. She knows exactly what to say.
That is insane. How old was she?
She was like 60 or something.
Oh my God.
But I
She
wanted
even
that.
got
Like
the
I wanted.
wrist strength.
Yeah, I want. Yeah, she got arthritis. She
And
can barely
knuckles
jerk
all
it.
swollen. You see these swollen knuckles, Michael?
She has like those. You know
This
those.
is from bagging groceries
Yeah.
for 25 years.
Move the water on my knee. Move it around, Mike.
You know those
She's
fucking.
just making you massage her. She's like, I got bunions.
Well, it's like you know those fucking wristbands women get like in the middle age, like
Yeah,
just to get. But you come and holy shit, do you feel? I'm like, dude, I was in a loving relationship a week ago. Now I'm getting jerked off by a 60-year-old woman in a hotel room my mom paid for. I'm like, what the fuck is
And-
my?
Oh
know,
my God.
If you were in a 7-year, I was in a long one myself. There's points in time when your lady's like, "Can I jerk you off?" And you're just like, "Nah, I'm not feeling it." You know?
Yeah.
And now you look at when you get desperate, you're paying some 60-year-old lady with partially dementia. Let's be honest, she probably got a little touch of something.
Dude, it sounds like she Googled what is a dominatrix.
Yeah.
And she was like, I guess I could do this. Yeah.
Wow.
And then she fucking, it was so funny too, because you come and then you're just like, this, I remember this apartment room or hotel room had so many mirrors in it. So I'm looking from, every time I turn my head, I'm just looking at myself.
buddy.
And I'm like, who the fuck am I? And I was like, do people ever freak out after this? She goes, oh yeah, every time, basically. She's like, they always freak out. She's like, one guy, like, I have to make sure he pays me before because he like sprints out of the room and puts his clothes on because he doesn't know what to do with himself.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And then she did stand up. It was so funny. She's like, oh, you do comedy? She's like,
Oh, is it that blonde girl that gets naked? She was in porno?
No,
Oh.
that girl's.
Bro.
Let's thumbnail
I
that.
looked her up once.
Let's bookmark it.
Bookmark that
Bookmark
one's
it.
incredible. I have a funny story about her. So this, she goes, I've always thought I could do stand up, and then she's just in the living room of the fucking, or whatever you call it, just the hotel room. She goes, hey, men or women, you think men want you? They only want you for your pussies. And I'm just standing there, and I'm like, all right, man, this is getting.
You're like, this is actually worse than
Yeah, it's like
what
safe
I
word,
just
safe
went
word,
through.
safe word. And then she goes to the bathroom. She's like, "Do you mind if I pee?" She's like, "I got a lot of," because I think she's peeing on other dudes and stuff. So she's just peeing for like 10 minutes in the bathroom, and I'm like, "This woman needs to."
It's like, I have a UTI. I had so much cranberry juice.
Yeah. And the thing she said was so funny. She goes, most of her clients, she said, are black guys that like being called the N word. It's like race play. That's like the main thing she does.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, yeah. But that thing is so fucking funny. Oh, and then I did a show, and it's so funny because you're just on stage. This is like 4 p.m. I had like an 8 p.m. show, and I'm just on stage just like, I bombed so hard because I'm
Right
like,
after you did that, you did a show?
Yeah, and I was just like, what is my
Still
fucking
smelling like mothballs.
I'm just looking off the distance. I'm like, what does anything mean?
Yeah, hold on. You got a gray hair right here.
Yeah, it's just
Whose gray hair is this?
making you chamomile tea afterwards.
Yeah. But you were talking about, dude, that woman that would go to the creek. This woman would get naked on stage at the creek.
Yeah.
Crazy woman.
On a non-naked show.
Yeah,
It was just the creek in
Crazy.
the cave, regular, any open mic. She'd just go up and strip.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, and then she'd have these headphones
Yeah,
with tinfoil on them.
Yeah.
And she'd start going on these rants, and she'd be like, the government's, like, she was trying to say, like, the government took their kids, but they did take her kids, but not because of, like, a conspiracy, because she can't be a parent.
Yeah, because she's getting naked at open mics as an adult.
Yeah.
And wearing
Yeah.
tinfoil hats.
And I heard they wouldn't let her get naked anymore, so instead she just put a video of her getting fucked up to the microphone and show everybody.
Yeah, they looked her up in the back, and I seen it, dude. She's on the hub with all these videos getting banged out by like 5 dudes.
Oh my God. The government took my kids. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
No
You
shit,
should
lady.
see comics would be lined up trying to buy her a drink. They'd be like, you want PBR? She'd have her headphones on. They wouldn't give up. They'd be like, PBR?
Yeah, the lizards will take you if you don't suck my dick.
Oh my
Saying crazy
God,
shit.
dude. That is insane. Dude, especially the creek. I was only there for a little while before COVID, and then it closed, and moved. That really brought a collection of weirdos.
Dude, the weirdest people on the planet.
There was that dude that, he killed his mother or something? He was hiding out there. He was a comedian.
Dude, that guy, I remember
Yeah, dude.
some guy was in jail for murder. I didn't know it was his mom, but the guy would just do open mics, and then he would just, everybody, dude, you could look in his face, like, that guy's killed people before. He's terrible.
And he would ask everybody for $1. Yo, man, can I get a buck? All serious, like trying to punk you everywhere outside. Yeah, man, here's a buck. I used to avoid the dude. Come on, man.
God.
I'll walk to the ATM with you. I just need $1. That's what
Yeah.
he'd be like.
Dude, Dom always finds himself, I feel like, attracting these people.
Dude, because I went to the creek. That's where they all go.
Oh, dude, I never have that. Someone's like, hey, can I have, no.
Dude,
No,
I got a homeless guy at Four Loko the other day, which is bad. I was kind of drunk, and I was like, that's like lighting a firework. I was like, I don't know why I did this thing right now.
Light a
remember-
firework inside.
Yeah.
I seen this comic from the creek. He was there all the time, and we were leaving, and I don't know, we were going to like talk. I was walking by, like a Taco Bell had dollar coffee.
Yeah.
And this dude's like, hey man, can you get me a coffee from Taco Bell? And first off, I'm like, dude, are you on fucking drugs? I'm like, does Taco Bell even have coffee? Right? And he goes, I'll pay you back, man, I swear. And I was like, man, you don't gotta pay me back. And the dude was blown away that I could just spring a dollar. He's like, what do you do? I'm like, dude, this is how broke we are nowadays. Like, I've been broke, but I've never been confused how somebody has $1. I was like, at work, what do you do? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Dude, I've been pretty broke before. Now, thankfully not. But actually, somewhat recently, I was like so broke. I was waiting on paychecks to come in that I went to this fair that was happening, and I was looking at my bank account. I didn't have any cash, and I was like, dude, I have enough to get like fries. That's it. And I was like, let's get fries.
Whenever my bank account drops, I just grab like rotisserie chicken and a bunch of eggs.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'll just kind of eat this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I like grew up with like decently wealthy.
Yeah.
So like, but then I didn't get any good jobs. So like now it's like I have no money. It's like I'm constantly just not maxing out my credit card, but I'm just getting like that really high point and then bringing it low.
Yeah.
I haven't paid it fully off in like a year now.
What do you
I just
think?
paid mine off, which was nice. Yeah.
What
Not
do
to
you
brag.
think led to the Michael Good that we're looking at now that goes to Dominatrix that's in was there certain position? Did you hang out with a lot of the white kids that were all weird into that shit? Like,
No, well, my
did you
thing.
ever play the dick grabbing game with your friends?
You know what? It's really funny that I said no, and then you said that, and I was like, oh yeah.
We gotta. Well, hold on.
No,
we
that's
gotta,
a game.
We gotta time this out. What
Come
is
on,
the
Dylan
dick?
acts like he don't know.
What is the dick grabbing game?
It's a game amongst white people where they grab each other's dicks. I don't know if it started from that maybe Frats or that movie Waiting. I remember I never really hung out with a lot of white kids till I was 16 and I first found out about it.
So
And I don't play. It's not my thing. I'm serious. I'm like, that'll make my stomach hurt for 3 days. A friend grabs my dick.
We would play like
over.
the hitting you in the balls.
Here he goes.
We did like the flick.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Dude, we're not fondling each other's nuts. You're giving it like a fucking
another man's cock.
You're giving a ball tap.
I just don't see what's funny about it. I don't find the humor in it.
It's like a pain.
Oh,
you
dude,
know?
fake gay was like my child.
I mean, fake gay, dude.
Fake gay.
Tom's like, you guys ever fondle each other as friends?
From the
As
outside
boys?
looking in, it looks like a dick grabbing. It gets carried away.
No,
sometimes.
the backhand is different.
The backhand is different than Dom's like, when you would like fondle and like
I don't know. It's
like you're
not
playing
my
an
cup of
upside
tea.
down piano.
Well, where I grew up, if you wouldn't fake gay, people would call you real gay. Like if you like hit your buddy in the nuts, or some guy was like, you're doing something funny, kind of gay. He's like, oh, don't do that. Be like, what are you uncomfortable with your sexuality? What are you? What are you, some kind of homo who's not gonna?
Somebody's insecure.
Yeah. Be like, you must actually secretly like this if you don't.
Fucking jerking two dicks.
No, I'm not gay. I'll take it.
Yeah.
One of the funniest ones I heard is like, I did a fraternity at college, but we didn't do any, like, there wasn't any gay stuff with us.
Where did you go to school?
Florida State.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like we had fun, like the hazing was fun. It's like come out here in the middle of the night and chug vodka in the woods, like fun shit like that.
Right.
But my buddy, we all come back from college and we're drinking on this like island in the middle of this lake, which is just whatever. But we're all getting fucked up on the lake and we're talking about fraternity. We're like, yeah, we had to stay up in the middle of the night and like do a bunch of this, then like fucking, run through the woods. And this guy's like, yeah, what kind of gay stuff you guys have to do? Wait, what's up? And he goes, like grabbing the pledge master's balls and stuff. And we're like, what? He's like, dude, come on. You guys didn't, come on. And we're all looking and we're like, what are you talking about? And he goes, all the older brothers that get naked and then you cup their balls. We're like, no, dude, we didn't do any of that. He goes, he tries to turn around. He's like, you guys didn't have a hard pledging process, dude. He's like, you guys didn't get hazed. I was like, dude, that's not normal. Like, that's not.
Yeah, no, we ate goldfish, man.
Yeah.
We tipped over cows.
They made us do cocaine. And it was like pretty fun.
Yeah.
I went to one of those frat parties, dude, and I was standing on their cement thing. They hated me, and it was my ride. It was teak. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah, TKE, right?
So, yeah.
They're like pretty notoriously like party animals.
Yeah, so it's huge party at Kent State. I mean, fuck, it was wild. Huge party. And I'm just standing there talking, and this dude loses his mind. I was standing on their plaque, their teak plaque, on their yard. It was like their sacred thing.
Oh, okay.
Everybody fucking hated me. I'm stuck at the party all night till like 6 a.m. People, they just called me out. It was like they're ready to fight me. I'm like, bro, I didn't know. I didn't see it. I'm like,
That's so funny.
Stand on the thing. That's my only frat experience.
Yeah, well, some people that aspect of it is so lame. Like I remember, like because there's like rituals where people wear like robes and stuff.
Yeah.
And one of my buddies brought up, he's like, "Why are we still doing this? What's the point of this? Why can't we just get fucked up and bang chicks? Like, there's nobody's checking in to make sure that we do this weird ceremony."
You guys still wearing the robes?
Yeah. It's like that. That's all. It was so funny too, because like I swore. I was like, "Yeah, I'll never tell the secret." I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'll tell all the secrets of the fucking fraternity. There's no real secrets.
Michael, dude, you made an oath.
Yeah, I did.
To your brothers.
Yeah.
Now, are you you still know them guys? Because that's what it's about, connecting, right?
Carney was in my fraternity.
Really?
Yeah, Carney, yeah.
Yeah.
Same
that's
like
what's up.
same time?
Yeah, he was always trying to get people to do gays. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait, so
He was like, dude, I talked to a buddy and they do gay stuff. We should probably do that.
Yeah. All right, now, guys, for your pledge, you got to stand there. They're going to get the camera. He's doing sketches and shit.
Dude, I love Dan. We should have him on the pod.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, have you ever heard of Ookie Cookie?
Is that the game where everybody jerks off onto a cookie and whoever comes last has to eat it or something?
Who's doing that fucking game?
I've never. That's like an urban legend at this point.
No, I'm sure people are doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Very rich people.
Very rich people. Yeah,
That's like some
Bill
Biden's
Clinton.
kids thing.
Yeah, that's the president of the United States and his family are probably doing that.
Yeah. Well,
That's
then
some Hunter Biden stuff.
there's the what's it called? Like I think the Skull and Bones is the one where they do the glass casket, right?
What's that?
So Skull and Bones is this like thing in Yale. It's like like a what do you call it? Not a fraternity. I guess like a fraternity. What do you call them? Like a
yeah, but I know it's like more prestigious. It's like at Harvard, what they call final clubs.
Yeah, something like that. But apparently that
Finals
one,
club.
it's all these dudes like like you lay naked on a casket and all the people like jerk off onto it and it's like, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
I don't know
horrific.
if it's I don't know if it's legitimate or like, you know, if I didn't get into Skull and Bones, I'd start saying they do shit like that. I'd be like, oh yeah, you guys don't want to let me in your special club. I'm gonna say you guys come on a glass casket.
That's probably where that blackmailing shit started. They've probably been recording that since then. Oh, you're going to school to be, you might think about being president. Okay, hold on, get the cameras ready. Jerk off on him.
Yeah.
Boom, we got you forever.
Yeah.
Dude, that is funny. You don't get in. You're just like, yeah, no, I was really good. But then, like, they wanted to jerk off on me.
I was like,
no way, dude. You just start spreading rumors.
Yeah, but really, they were like, no, we don't want you here.
Yeah, no, Michael, you're just not the fit for the Skull and Bones.
Yeah. That stuff. So the blackmail stuff. It's so funny too because it started as like I got so into Epstein in college. I was like, I did a bunch of as I was saying, I used to do a lot of Adderall, but I'd do a bunch of Adderall, and this was like this is probably like 9 years ago. So this is before people knew about Epstein.
Yeah.
And I remember I'm just like in the library. I'm like, dude, he's got a fucking island, and they're bringing kids there, and Bill Clinton's there, and they're fucking kids. And people are like, dude, I got to study for fucking trigonometry. Like I can't fucking talk about this. And then it all came out, and I was like, see, and I was like, yeah, we don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you were on this 8 years ago.
Yeah, my buddy, my brother, he sent me Diddy stuff like 5 years ago. Like that's been like a while.
Well, dude, 50 Cent's been on him about that for a while.
Yeah,
50 Cent's just been like taking shots at him. It is weird how the crazy people, or quote unquote crazies, like Cat Williams and
Orlando Brown, they made him look crazy. Remember, he's like 50-foot bed. People were like, this guy's fucking nuts.
50 Cent, not really crazy that he's never gotten labeled that. But
Alex Jones,
all
very
these
sane.
Alex Jones, dude, did you see?
I mean, he's not insane. But
did you see the RFK thing that came out where he was talking about? It's like a meme video now where he's talking about this certain chemical that's in our water. And he's
that's legitimate.
When when they put it among populations of frogs, it can change their
Turn the
sexes.
fucking frogs gay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? I've been saying this for years. And it's just the way he says it sounds like he's a lunatic.
Totally, yeah.
Well, he's screaming to the heavens, being like, they're turning us gay with the water.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing with him too is he like I've always said he's like this. He has more information, but it's filtered through a crazy guy's brain.
Yeah.
So it's like we're all on a boat. And Alex Jones is the one guy with like fucking binoculars.
Yeah.
But he's drunk as shit. So it's like all foggy and he's looking at a rock and you're like, what do you see there? And he has more information. So he's like, oh, it's a fucking UFO or this, but it's really just a rock. But he knows more than us because he's done more research, but it's filtered through some crazy brains. So sometimes it makes sense.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
I think that's an excellent way to put it.
Because like he says a lot of things that make sense because he's done more research, but then it's also like his perception of it is distorted because he does a fuck ton of Adderall or used to. So like that's like the brain of some guy who's like just going crazy.
And those guys, I mean, that style, you got to keep one up in it. You can't lay back, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna get bored next week if you.
They already are. That's why he's saying this crazy shit. It's like, what's next with Alex Jones?
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be something even more like, because you can't really go. There's not much higher than the water's turning the frogs gay. Like,
Yeah.
Honestly, the highest you can get is that there's like a political elite that are killing kids, and like
Totally,
that's
yeah.
basically where we're in right now. And I feel like they're introducing it like the UFOs, where
Yeah,
like
dropping-
eventually
yeah.
the government's just like, oh yeah, UFOs are real.
Yeah,
Eventually
yeah.
they're gonna be. It's the same way when they were like, yeah, the CIA killed Kennedy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And they just like casually drop, and then eventually they desensitize everyone where you're just like, oh yeah, either I knew this already, they're just confirming it, or people are like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Trump's next election, he's like, I will fuck the least kids out of any candidates here. He's like, we will do the least child sacrifices. You're like, oh, that seems nice.
Yeah, that seems great.
Because it's so normalized. You're like, oh, yeah, it seems like we're on the lower end.
I will not even touch one kid.
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah, it's fucking, it's great. Me and Dan went to go see the Alex Jones movie, which is really funny because,
He came out with a movie?
dude, he comes out with a movie and it's like, so I thought it was like a movie about him. And in my mind, I was like, okay, this will maybe be like an honest both sides perspective.
Yeah.
Clearly, he's like kind of crazy, but he has some interesting things. So we go to the movie theater, and they're like showing it in the basement. It's very funny because like we go down to the basement. It's like the Angelica, and there's a guy in an office. He's like, "You guys here for the Alex Jones movie?" And we're like, "Yeah." And we go in, and it's all dudes semi-ironically seeing it. We're all like, "Yeah, he's crazy." Yeah, a couple good points though. It's just like,
Yeah, he's nuts, but I kind of agree with him about that one thing.
And the whole movie is just him First off, funniest fucking movie I've ever seen in my life. A lot of the movie is just him defending the things he's about to get sued for. So it's like a January 6th, but from his perspective. It's like Sandy Hook, but like from his perspective. But you get to see the behind the scenes InfoWars. So it's him like looking at his notes, and those are so funny. He's like, that's what they're putting the vaccines. God fucking damn it, those monsters.
You do a good Alex Jones.
Thank you. Yeah.
If it wasn't for the Sandy Hook thing, he'd probably still be out. That's the one that ruined him.
Yeah.
All the other crazy shit he said didn't really matter, but that one, it's like, bro, you're done. He was donezo right after that.
I've donated a lot of money to the families of Sandy Hook.
Have you?
Yeah, because I donate money to Alex Jones, and that now goes to them. Okay.
Dude, the one that nobody talked, we've talked about this a couple times, but the shooting in Vegas.
Dude, that is a crazy one.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah. Stephen Paddock or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the funny one was Dan Bilzerian during that one. Do you know that whole story?
No.
So Dan Bilzerian's on like Instagram live
yes,
stream.
dude. Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going back to get my guns. I'm gonna find this guy. And it's like, dude, if Dan Bilzerian would have just he would have gotten shot immediately.
Oh my God. Do you remember when he was like, they're like hunkering down and he's next to a cop? I do remember this. And he's like, give me your gun. And the cop's like, no. Give me your gun. I'm going in.
Do you know who I am? I'm Dan Bilzerian. I fuck a lot of chicks. Give me your AR-15.
Wow.
Yo,
Yeah.
but that's crazy. Do you know the whole like Vegas shooting? The guy who allegedly shot everybody at that concert in Vegas, and he was at the Mirage, and then not only there was like weird stuff that came out about it. His brother came out and was like, dude, this was so random. Like, I talked to him yesterday. There was no way that he would have done this. And then like the brother like died mysteriously, and nobody
Wait,
talks
his brother
about it.
died?
Yeah. I think so.
This is what I heard that
In like
guy.
a car accident or something.
Damn.
But like the weirdest part to me is that it's the biggest mass shooting I think,
in American history.
In American history, like close to how many people died? Like a ton
It was
of
like
people.
70 or something.
Yeah,
It was
a
like
lot of
What?
people
How did I not
died.
even? When was this?
Because nobody talks about it.
Wow.
You would think for like the biggest, there would be a memorial. There would be
Right.
there would be anniversary kind of
holiday.
Like
Yeah.
not a holiday,
Normally
but
they'd be
like
like, we got to sell some shit.
yeah, but like nobody talks about it. So like and also there's weird stuff with like the amount of rounds that were fired. It's like no way it could have come from like one dude with
It might have been
a couple
one of-
guns.
It could have been the one of the people from the Beehive trying to protect the Beehive.
the beekeeper. Yeah.
That was a great movie, dude. I loved it.
How'd one man do this?
Yeah.
The fucking beekeeper.
Beekeeper.
Yeah.
The funny part about the beekeeper was this. I love how like the woman's bank account gets overdrawn. So if you don't know the movie, what they'll do is they'll rob people's bank accounts.
Yeah,
And,
Jason Statham, right?
Yeah. So the bad guy will rob people's bank accounts and take all their money. And this woman, you see her in the first scene, her bank account says 0. The next scene is just her shooting herself in the head before going to a lawyer.
Right.
She just had the gun ready to get. Like that was. I was like, why is this woman? She was ready to kill herself.
Yeah, she just needed an excuse.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm out of milk.
Yeah.
Where's my gun?
Yeah. And then she just shoots herself. But the fucking the Vegas thing. This is what I heard about that, dude. I heard he was like an arms dealer, and they were like trying to like I heard there's like evidence that he was like a clear like. I don't know how things work really, but he like an arms dealer that like helped like the U.S. as an arms
Interesting.
dealer, yeah.
Well, that was the whole thing. Like, apparently, he was like dead in the hotel room, like shot by the police, like within seconds.
Yeah.
Like it was just the timeline doesn't match up. I also heard another weird one where there was like it was possibly like an assassination attempt. Like there was some like Saudi prince or something like that, like staying in the hotel. And like maybe he was like someone was trying, and then they just like it got out of control, and they were like, "Oh no, this mass shooting."
Well, that's kind of wild. That one's harder to
Right,
They
yeah,
randomly
yeah.
like, let's just while we're up here, might as well shoot all those people down there.
I mean, dude, when you think about it, like the things that the government has openly admitted to either doing or pitching, like the one that I always go back to is the one with when the CIA pitched to JFK. Do you know this one?
Northwoods.
I think so.
Northwoods is the one where they're like, hey, we're gonna like stage an attack.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was to try to gain support for an invasion of Cuba. Okay.
yeah, that sounds
and
about right.
The CIA went to JFK and they're like, hey, we got to like do something. It was during the Cuban Missile Crisis. They were like, we got to do something to invade Cuba, and we got to get the public on our side. So what our plan is we're going to stage a false flag attack where we're going to dress operatives up as like Cuban nationals and have them like shoot up a mall in Miami, and we're gonna blame it on Cuba and the Cuban government, and then we're gonna invade Cuba. And JFK thankfully was like, are you guys fucking insane? No fucking way. No way, dude. And that came out as like this was pitched to JFK.
Wow.
So you're telling me, dude, that there aren't other people in the government who've gotten ideas like that, and they're like, let's do it.
I love the guy, him so excited to go in and pitch this, and then it getting turned down. Like he's talking to his wife, he's like, got a big pitch today at the office. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be good.
He's practicing his wife. He's like doing the thing. He's like, yeah, I think this is really gonna sell. And then JFK's like, no. And then he's like, okay, fine. What fucking ideas do you have then? Like getting really defensive.
The dude was probably always pitching shit for years that's fucked up, and he was probably so thrown off when JFK said that.
Yeah.
No, wait, hold on. We paid you, right?
Yeah.
So what do you mean no?
No?
Yeah.
You know, he was like, oh, okay, well, you're going to be in a convertible next week, right?
Dude, it definitely goes to that theory of like, then he tried to like take down the FBI and the CIA, and then like mysteriously he just like is assassinated.
The best person to talk about JFK with is old school Italians from New York, because they'll all tell you, you know, we're the reason he became the fucking president.
Yeah. With the
Like,
unions,
we'd be telling people, hey, vote for JFK. And
the
stuff.
Teamsters.
They tell you, the Italians will tell you, we had all the fucking voting booths. We had every one. And, you know, he tried to go against us. So bang. Yeah. Motherfucking cocksucker.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That Italians love that theory. They think that, you know, they're like, we made JFK president in the deals of him supposed to hook us up, and then him and his brother went against us.
They tried to take down the mob, take down the CIA, take down the FBI.
To an end.
Yeah. Dude.
Well, then it's very funny that like I know RFK is like running for like to investigate that. It's got to be so funny when RFK walks into the office of the CIA,
like,
and they're joking.
You're all fired. You're fired.
I picture him just walking in. They do like a finger gun. They're like, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's got to be. That's insane. I don't know. I like. One of the really fun ones, this is like not even a conspiracy. I have like a family member who worked for the CIA or something like that.
Really?
And I don't know what she did there, but apparently there's a thing where the U.S. government, I forgot what it's called, but they let the Italian mafia bring heroin into the United States so that they would tell us where either Mussolini or Hitler, because obviously like Italy and Germany are on the same side.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like the U.S. government was kind of like, oh yeah, you guys can. That's actually a scene in The Godfather, I'm pretty sure, where the CIA is like, yeah, you can like.
Wow, we'll let you do this if you give us the information.
Wasn't there that movie with, I don't know who, was it Tom Cruise? There was somebody, maybe it wasn't Tom. He's a
American
pilot.
Made?
There's something. Who was that? That was based on a true story, actually,
yes, dude.
right?
That was also based on a true story.
Yeah.
The guy, American Made, it was Tom Cruise plays this dude who was a pilot who starts like smuggling drugs
Fucked
in.
everything up, too.
Yeah, and then he like gets caught by...
Gives the guns to the wrong people for money.
Yeah, he gets caught by like the CIA or the FBI, and instead of... It was like that classic...
They recorded him and put him on the news.
Yeah, but they were like, "Hey, you're gonna work for us now, and you're gonna like off the books."
Yeah, he screwed over the cartel or something.
Yeah, it was like basically you're gonna bring drugs in, and that's fine. You can do that, but when you fly down, you're gonna bring a bunch of guns, and you're gonna give them to like these rebels in South America.
Oh, you're talking about the Iran Contra thing.
But before that.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna record this so you can get the cartel buying these drugs off you." Then they put that shit on the news.
Yeah. Let me look that. What was his name? It was American Made. But there is.
See, I need to watch more shit like this. The problem is my life is just like.
You're having sex too much.
I literally am, and I'm like, this is now like I tried to watch a documentary the other day, and my brain couldn't even. It was just.
It's the internet too. I think ruins us. You need shit popping out at you.
Totally, yeah. I'm like, can we do this documentary, but with like tits in it? Like, I can't even watch like a.
I need sound effects. I need shit zooming in.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, dude. His name Barry Seal. That's who it was. Barry Seal.
That is a sick name.
He was a drug smuggler who got caught by the DEA. And then like started working for them as like an informant.
That's always how I don't know how often that happens, but that's every Hollywood movie where like somebody like Catch Me If You Can, something like that. They always catch you. You're like, oh, well, I guess you're the best like bank robber, best hacker. We're just gonna have you work for us.
Yeah. He spent several months. What did he die?
I know a dude that all throughout.
Yeah, he was murdered.
I know this guy. He's older now, but all throughout Boston, and he would drive to different states, PA, New York, and he would rob banks with a note and just get like $2,000 from the teller. But he would do it late at night, like when you're dressed up in the wintertime, and it would get dark at like 6 o'clock, 5:30. So he'd go in there and rob the bank, but then, he'd hit like 2 or 3 over the weekend, and then he'd hide out. And this dude was getting away with it, and I guess he started getting greedy and hitting them when the weather was changing, so now it was more daylight out. So they kind of were building a case on him, and then he let it go. He was a young kid. He was fucking up, 22 years old. Damn. And then 15 years went by, and he got pulled over and got arrested for all the bank robberies.
Oh, my God.
And he only did 7 years because it was different states. If it would have been all the same state,
God, dude, that's
it would have been. Now, he robbed a ton of them, but they only had evidence on him in 4 different states, 1 bank in each state.
Wow.
So they couldn't really charge him like crazy.
You knew this guy?
I met him. Yeah. Him and his brother. His brother does comedy. And dude. Dude would go in with a note. Like, this is this is a long time ago.
Damn.
So this is like probably 35 years ago.
Holy shit.
And then
dude.
like 15 years went by. And
that's an ultimate troublemaker, man. We should get him on the pod. Are you kidding me?
His brother lives in Philly. We could probably get him.
Yeah, dude.
I think he's out, so...
Dude, bank robbing's so this is
he does the pod and then just incriminates himself.
Robs
and he's
us
like,
all. Where the fuck's our mics?
yeah,
What the fuck is this note, man? Motherfucker.
Dude, I would tell my mom that. She'd be like, I don't think you should have that on the podcast.
in your apartment.
Yeah.
Parents,
Maybe go to a studio.
Yeah, parents hear some of these pod things. Like, my dad will see a clip, and I do a joke about my brother putting cupcakes in a milk jug. The zingers and the ding dongs, them little hostess things.
Yeah.
And the joke is, and my dad drank the milk, and I'm like, Ricky put his ding dong in there. And my dad heard the bit, and he's like, so like you guys put like your penises in I'm like, no, it's a joke.
Dude, the funniest thing you told me was about the TikTok that you and your dad have the same TikTok or whatever.
Yeah. My dad's on TikTok under my name.
That's so funny, dude.
He's like, I got all these fans. They love my shit. It's like him just staring at his phone. Am I on? What's this? Where are these people commenting? Can they see me? My dad will go into other people's lives, and he'll get nervous because he'll think they can see him. He'll be like, how are you? What are you selling? There'll be some girl making clay with that fucking mold.
Oh, my God.
That's so funny. Well, dude, it's like fucking. The funny thing too is like, I don't think parents understand like comedic podcasts. It's because like my dad will listen to like Ben Shapiro every day talking about like the news, and then he's like, "Wait, Michael, so you seriously like?" And I'm like, "You're no. These are 2 different kinds of podcasts."
Yeah.
But they had my family. They went to like a dinner with another family, and apparently this woman goes, "Have you listened to Michael's podcast? It's absolutely disgusting." She goes, "It's the most disgusting thing I've heard in my life." She's like, "He needs to stop doing it." And my mom's like, "No, I don't listen to my son's podcast. Why would I listen to that thing?" Yeah.
My mom was listening for a while, and she was like, it's just some of your guests. And I go, maybe
it's not for you.
Maybe don't listen. And she was like, all right, well, I won't listen anymore.
Yeah.
I feel bad though. She can listen.
My dad's always asking, what's the name of yours? And I'll be like, it's hard to find.
Dude, get him on Troublemakers, man.
He'd have some stories. My father used to be a little wild back in the day, growing up in Youngstown and stuff.
Yeah.
He told me one time, he goes, I was driving and I seen your Uncle Bill's car hanging over a bridge. And I went and seen him and half his teeth were busted out. And he's like, I'm drunk. And we towed his car and just got rid of it. We don't know what happened.
Dude, that's such an Ohio story. Oh, my God. Dude, I wanted to go back. Speaking of gay stuff, back to that.
You can't get your mind off it. This whole time, you're like, I want to fuck the CIA. What are we talking about cocks again?
I just remembered that story that you told a while ago about the dick measuring.
Oh, yeah, my
Did
buddy
you ever hear this?
Biederman's wall. I got this guy we grew up with, my buddy Ron, and when you go over his house, everybody would measure their dick and write their name next to it. I didn't hang out with the kid.
Like when you go to your grandparents, you get like a quarter every time you.
You measure yourself on the wall.
You know what's funny? He used to work hand in hand with this millionaire that owned the company. It was a car dealership. The guy sold it now, but at the time, this dude ran it. And he's like a multi-millionaire. And my buddy, he worked right next to him all day, all night. So either way, they're in the bathroom. He goes, and I happen to walk in. I'm right next to him, like the same bathroom we use by the office. And he goes, man, he's a billionaire, man. He goes, I had to look. He's like, so I glanced over. I was looking at his penis, like how small it is, because he's such a big guy. And he's like, it was kind of trippy. And the guy goes, excuse me, Ron, can I help you? The dude just busted him staring at his shit. The next day, the dude had a different position. He was working with me. You know what's funny? The dude's cousin started dating his mom. Isn't that crazy? Like they were through marriage. They were his cousins, but his baby cousin just started dating his mom.
That's wild.
Hey, what?
Yeah. For a while, he started calling him Uncle Brian.
What? Dude,
we hired the dude at work, right? And he was on pills too. Speaking of Adderall, he was real bad on pills. And the kid, he was overweight. He was a chunky dude. And dude, in 3 weeks, he was like a skeleton. And then he got Employee of the Month. Dude. He's the only person in history got Employee of the Month on the thing.
Yeah, he's so goddamn focused.
The dude was on drugs, stealing chemicals, doing all this shit. He was detailing on the side. Every day he came in, he was 10 pounds lighter. It's like, dude, how'd you lose all this weight? You know? He's like, I'm doing fucking dope. He's like, how else?
Oh my God.
I got fired one time on Adderall. It was really funny because like like now it's like the Zoom meetings if you work remote. So you pop in. There's lots of memes about it, but it's like you see the meeting and then you see the HR person in the same meeting. You're like, fuck. But it's funny because I was on Adderall, so I had such an inflated sense of confidence.
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna have to let you go. I'm like, big mistake. I was like, big mistake. I was like, I could save this company. I was like, yeah. In my mind, I'm like, you guys have no idea. My potential hasn't even been unlocked yet.
They're like, Michael, you answer the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one with the podcast? You never finished that.
Well, I've been fired from so many jobs. I got fired from another job. This one's really funny. So they just let me go or whatever.
They're like, we saw your podcast, and you just come on.
Yeah. And then the next one, another job I got hired for, and then the next day they called me. They're like, you're fired. Or it was through a temp agency. The temp agency's like, yeah, they saw a clip about you getting fired for your podcast. So now it's like Inception. Now that I'm getting fired for talking about getting fired. And the woman goes, they didn't even listen to your podcast. They just said, if somebody else would fire him, we're just going to do it too.
Wow.
That's so messed up, man.
Yeah, it was funny too because I remember I used to bark for the pair, and Shane Gillis came by, and I told him, I was like, yeah, I got fired from my podcast too. I get it. I was like clearly joking with him. I was like, same boat, man. Big career opportunity to be lost because of a podcast. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, dude.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
No, he's giggly. Yeah, he's cool about it. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I've worked so many jobs that I'm so incompetent, dude. It's like it's insane how bad I am.
And you're a good hire. Somebody sees you face forward, they're like, oh, I'll hire this kid. Got his shit together.
I crush interviews.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, because I'm social. They're like, damn, and the lies I tell on interviews are insane. I'm just like, I don't really see jobs as like you offer me something. I see this as just an opportunity for me to like. I get so into what I'm saying. I'm like, we're in a kind of economy where you're lucky if you have a job, and I'm gonna be so
that
thankful.
seals the deal.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to hire you right now.
I used to tell people I had kids, and I'd show them a picture of all these black children, like typical Jim Carrey. You should see their face.
Oh
I'd be like,
God.
yeah, we worked through some stuff. She kept trying to get me locked up, but we're cool now. And they'd be looking at the pictures, and I'd be so serious with it too.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, man, that's why I just need the overtime. It's a lot of shoes to buy.
Oh my God.
The funny, I got called out for this one time because it was like, I said I used to do a lot of temp jobs, and this one was like temp, and they were going to move me. They had to interview me to go permanent because it was just like part of they were either going to fire me or make me go permanent. And we reviewed my resume, and it was funny too because I'd already before they were like, oh, you're organized, this and that, you're on top of things, you're really fluent in Microsoft Excel. And then this is now the interview for them to have me stop being a temp, and they're just like required to do this. And it's the funniest them just calling me out because they're like, says on your resume you're organized. We both know that's not true. Like because they're like, we've worked with you for 6 months. None of this is true.
Yeah.
You're bad at Microsoft. You're bad at Excel. You're distracted easily. They're like, this is all a lie, basically.
I remember I had a boss try to lie to me. I was working at a detail shop, and it's like its own big garage on its own. And we would do wild shit up there all the time. Like, we're laying chemicals on the ground, lighting fire, driving golf carts through it, like just crazy shit. And the guy's like, hey, you got to make sure you leave on time. There's cameras up here. They're watching you. I'm thinking, motherfucker, if there was cameras, I would have been fired a long time. I know for a fact there ain't no cameras up here.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Well, dude, we just hit an hour.
Oh, shit. That flew by.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude, that was great, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
This is our first episode with Dom as the new co-host.
Yeah,
Shit,
man.
dude.
Yeah, I'm taking over.
All right. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, we're excited. We're obviously missing Ray, but, we're excited for the new chapter, a new era, huh?
I'll still throw in a little bit of Northeastern America's slang in there.
Yeah, we're trying to really get the Midwest,
Yeah.
Yins,
Fan base.
The yins.
Warder.
Wooder.
That's exactly how he said it.
So, dude, thank you. This will be out next week. If you want to tell the people where they can find you, if you got anything coming up.
Yeah, Michael Good Comedy is my Instagram. Something like that on TikTok too. Morning Good Podcast. The 3rd episode is the Blackface Woman, but the podcast gets better. Listen to the more recent ones; those are better. I'm about to have these guys on. So yeah, Michael Good Comedy on Instagram. And if you say you heard me on this podcast, I'll follow you back.
Hell yeah, dude!
Yeah.
Love it, man. Dom, tell them where.
You find me right here, Troublemakers, baby. We're gonna be telling some stories. I got another one too that's different. If you guys want to check out, it's called Dry Salami Podcast. Me and my buddies, so check that out too.
I cut you off, Michael. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was gonna say if you want to follow me and you don't, because some people don't want to be followed back by
Sure,
me.
yeah.
Just follow me regularly. You don't have to say I heard you on this podcast.
Yeah, all those beautiful women.
yeah.
Who doesn't want to follow back? That's crazy.
Well, some people are just like they're like more private. They're like, I just want to.
That's fair. That's fair. You can follow me at Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and at Troublemakers on all those sites. We post clips 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 or 6 times a week, baby. Thank you for Michael coming on, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Good night.